Well, we are almost back to normal following the COVID pandemic, but rising inflation is now taking a toll on businesses just like it is the average citizen. Here to talk about how things look for local businesses in the area is Suzanne Levine, Executive Director of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. Suzanne, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yes, good morning. How are you on this
Oh,
typical fall day?
it is beautiful. Well, it went this is what we're getting a lot with these seasons, where it will go from you're in the middle of one season and then you're all of a sudden you start there's those transitions anymore.
Absolutely. I still have my winter coats and fall coats in the basement, and now it's time to bring them upstairs. So, although we still may get some sort of Indian summer, so I know out west it's in the 90s, so
Yeah,
nobody
it's
knows.
supposed to be about 70 this weekend, so it looks like it might be a nice weekend. And for our big firehouse open house, Suzanne, I'm sure we will see you there.
Oh,
You're everywhere, Suzanne. You were at the ribbon cutting for the West Bloomfield Middle School. How did you become a part of that?
well, the middle school, the school district is a really great chamber supporter. So when they asked if I could bring my scissors, have scissors will travel, and ribbon, of course, I said, absolutely, I'll be there. And we had had another ribbon cutting that day, a complexion spa, which was quite the affair. I was calling friends to come and pretend like it was my party. They had a taco truck and a pizza truck and a cappuccino cart. So they really know how to make a party, great. Um, and I wasn't expecting to speak, so that was kind of, uh, they sort of didn't want to talk. And so there I am everywhere. I'm sure people are getting tired of hearing me talk.
So, Suzanne, you made reference to the scissors. Where does one get those giant ribbon cutting scissors? Is there an Amazon store we can get them at, or how does that
Yes,
work exactly? Yeah.
yes, absolutely. Amazon provides just about everything a person could need, even though I don't like to support them, quite honestly, because it's taking away from our small local businesses. But sometimes it's just hard to find those things in our shops. So, yes, Amazon is the one that provides. They even make scissors that are bigger, but I didn't know if I could actually carry them. So that's about all I can handle in the size of scissors.
I know you did bring up how we don't like to support Amazon, and it's everybody has Amazon, and it makes your life at times so easy. You know, when you're getting, especially a lot of times medical things that I have to get for my mom and things like that, they can come in like a day. But like you look at down Orchard Lake Road, that the Bed Bath and Beyond is closing, and I mean
Right.
that's a result of places like Amazon. You know, people are buying those products there and don't choose to. I mean, where do you think that this is gonna end up? I mean, do you think Amazon should be considered a monopoly at this point?
I think it is definitely an issue, and I think the pandemic really boosted it, beyond, really beyond anything any of us could have imagined because people weren't leaving their homes. And so it's so easy to, go online and order from Amazon. I know that even sometimes when I go into some big box stores, I can't find some of the items that I want. And so it's easy to go there and order, but I'm really trying to be cognizant of the fact that if we don't support our local businesses, it hurts the entire community, not just the families that are running these businesses, but they support our school system, they support our cities. So it's really important to figure out a way to have like some sort of hybrid effect where you at least go into the small stores and say, can you order this for me? Is this something you can get for me? And we know that the small stores have things that you can't find on Amazon, like clothes, for example. When I look at clothes for an event, when they send them from China, the quality is really poor. I mean, you can't compare buying something at a nice store to like something that you order online and it comes from China and the quality just isn't there. And then it's really difficult to return some of these items.
And as far as getting clothes to fit too, like literally, I can look at a pile of clothes and I think they all fit me, and it'll be like 10% where they either fit or they look good, and you can't tell that when you're looking at a picture on Amazon, you know?
And I think the other problem is that people are going into stores to try on products, whether it's shoes or whatever, and then ordering them online, for a discount. I know that in Australia, they were doing something where they were charging you to try clothes on. And then if you bought them, they applied that. to your purchase because people were doing that so much. They were trying shoes on and not buying them. So, and I also know that in New York, especially, they are charging people to use their credit cards at restaurants. So that's a problem because, most people don't have cash and they want to use their credit cards for the benefits and the perks. But if you're going to start charging people, if the stores are going to start passing that charge on, it's going to be a problem. I
Yeah.
think it's going to hurt businesses.
So I know you do still see a lot of signs at local businesses that companies are looking for good employees. So what are you seeing in terms of staffing at local businesses around West Bloomfield?
It's still a major issue. I think, there's been some job fairs, hoping to recruit people. And really, a small business can't compete with a larger business that offers all kinds of perks. So I've tried to advise them to look outside of the normal pool, look at seniors, contact maybe Parks and Rec to see if they can advertise seniors that are retired. JVS has quite a large pool of people looking for jobs. Friendship Circle looking for special needs individuals, and they're great employees. They're so excited to work. Like Dakota Bread employs quite a few of them. Soul Cafe. I've noticed even at some of our local supermarkets, they are using special needs people to bag up groceries. And so, trying to not think traditionally. And the other thing is try to make sure that your employees feel valued. It's really a very difficult thing when a manager, they say, what is it? A person doesn't quit a job, they quit a boss or a manager. So
Yeah.
making sure that managers understand you can't scream at an employee and tell them they're worthless and then expect them to come back to work the next day feeling great about themselves. I don't know if these people feel no power in their lives and that's why they act this way, or if they think that if they make a person feel bad enough about themselves, they won't look elsewhere. But it's really an issue. And I know that today, especially this younger generation, money is not enough to keep them in a position. They want to feel valued, they want to love what they're doing, and they'll change jobs very easily, especially the higher level you go. Look at what Google had to do and Facebook and some of these larger companies to make sure that these young people with their coffee bars, their baristas, their um, time off, nap rooms, snack bars, trying to make sure that they stay there. It's sort of like the golden handcuffs, but they want to make sure that these high level employees, are happy because we know whether it's, cheating your employee by not working 100%, that quiet quitting or whatever it is. One bad employee can ruin for the rest of your company. One bad interaction with a customer. Customers can, spread the word very quickly at a restaurant or whatever that they had a bad interaction, a bad meal. And if a manager doesn't try to rectify it, that can undo all their social media dollars.
So Suzanne, before we let you go, any events coming up with the chamber that you want to just promote here real quick?
Absolutely. We have our Cup of Connections coming up, a Shop Cadeau. It's on the second Friday of the month. They can go to westbloomfieldchamber.com to get more details. And I'm really excited because we did find a venue for our Not So White Elephant nonprofit party every year. Except during the pandemic, we try to raise money for a small local charity. And so I urge people to come and attend. They just have to bring a new gift wrapped worth at least $25. We raffle them off, and all that money goes to the small charity. This year, we're featuring Hospitality House Food Pantry, and it's going to be at the Avalon of Birmingham. And the chef is from the Beverly Hills Grill. So there is no charge to attend, but we're encouraging people to buy the raffle tickets because all that money is going to go to the charity. So check our website, westbloomfieldchamber.com. Call me 248-626-3636 or email me at wbloomfieldchamber@gmail.com for more information.
Suzanne, always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Larry, and have a wonderful week.